Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So today's topic is going to be about Chinese cookware and American made cookware. We're just going to talk about, things that people usually talk about Chinese and why they don't buy Chinese cast iron. Recently I went to the store just to kind of look around, but I went to the aisle where they sell all the cookware, whether it's stainless steel, just all the cookware, and we're at Ross. And I saw this really nice dual handle 14-inch pan made out of cast iron. Now, the further that I looked at it, the more that I questioned whether it was actually seasoned with oil or perhaps painted. I've heard some people say that some Chinese manufacturers paint their cast iron. Whether that's true or not, I'm not sure. And I'm not here to say, yes, don't buy Chinese cast iron, it's the worst. No. I do think that some Chinese cast iron perhaps does something different that is probably not, oil the way it's supposed to be. But as I mentioned, I'll show you guys in a bit what I'm talking about. But so I picked this up and I noticed and that was questionable to me. And I really hadn't run into something like that before. And then I looked around to see if I could find some other pieces, and I did. I found another skillet, two skillets, but they looked like they were actually seasoned, and the reason why I say that is because the other one was jet black, just completely black, and it didn't look like seasoning whatsoever. It looked like it was painted, because I've never seen it so glossy and just so overall just black. Usually you get like with Lodge, you usually get that grayish metallic, like charcoal look to it. They're not completely black. So that was one of the things that I questioned. And as I mentioned, these two pieces that I found, one was Sharper Image cast iron and the other was some other brand. But the Sharper Image looked like it was actually seasoned cast iron, because as I mentioned, it had a grayish tone to it and it wasn't so dark or black. And it looked like and the seasoning was, or the texture of it was a lot rougher than what I'm used to. So that was just something that I noticed. And then I saw a Dutch oven, also the same thing, just completely black, and I questioned that one as well. I've never seen anything like that before. Even Lodge has, people give him a bad rap, but Lodge is unbeatable with all that they have. I want to say Lodge has done a great job with their seasoning, a great job with their products, but I feel like Lodge is a standard of seasoning cast iron, because they were kind of the pioneers for that. They started shipping pre-seasoned and everybody jumped on board after them. But anyway, when you get a piece of Lodge cookware, it's not completely jet black. That'll get to that point after a year, maybe two, or it just depends on how much you use it and how much you cook with it. But as I mentioned, you can tell. And then Lodge also has, when they set them up on that and on the belt, if you guys have seen the video of how they season their cookware, they have them on a belt, and you can see that sometimes the oil drips, and then they have somebody that kind of has a blowtorch, and that just pretty much gets rid of that little teardrop that formed from the oil. And I've gotten some cast iron from Lodge that has that little teardrop, and I can tell, and you can rub it off, and you can tell it's seasoning oil that was supposed to be fully baked on, but it's got that texture to it. So anyway, usually that's how that's, for me, that's how I've known cast iron, and that's how I can tell that that's seasoned. The other one, as I mentioned, looked like it was painted. Now, as I mentioned, I'm not here to give Chinese cookware a bad rep, because as I had said, I found another one that looked like it was legit, and looked like it was actually seasoned, and one that looked like it was painted. So I'm going to show you guys what I'm talking about in a minute here. All right, guys, and a quick reference. This is the Black & Decker skillet that is made in China. Same thing with this Sharper Image that I was talking about earlier. And both of these skillets look like they've been seasoned. Obviously, the seasoning isn't the best, but it looks like it's actually seasoned. This 14-inch dual handle pan that I liked a lot looks great, feels great, but the seasoning doesn't look like seasoning. It looks more like paint. As you can see here, I'm trying to get a good shot. Here's the Dutch oven that's supposed to be seasoned. As you can see here, pre-seasoned cast iron. It almost looks like it's enameled, to be honest, but it looks like paint. It doesn't look like it's been seasoned with oil. So those are the ones that I feel like are questionable. I would skip on this one. These over here are also made in China, but these are a great set, and I think both of these, you can tell, actually pretty decent quality. Yes, they're rough, but they look like, you know, sturdy. And for this set, I think it was about $7.99. So it was a great price, and you can see the difference here between the Dutch oven and the other one here, General Store. I think that's, you know, like a TJ Maxx brand, but are $15.99 for the set. So I think that's a great price. And once again, the Dutch oven, as I mentioned, looks like it's just painted. It does not look like it's seasoned, or for that matter, it looks almost enameled. Same thing with this dual handle pan. I feel like I'm ranting. I don't know. Let me know your guys' thoughts. All right, guys. So as you can see here, just for reference, you know, this is the Lodge right here. This is their new one. But as you can tell, it's not completely black. You can see, you know, like a darker section here, like right here. You can see that the oil built up, so it got darker here, but the edges look grayish. So the seasoning is never going to be completely black or completely even. So for me, obviously, that's one way I can tell. Also, as I mentioned earlier, the color, I mean, they're not completely black. They still have a grayish color, like a charcoal to them. So that for me is just an indicator that, yeah, this one's seasoned with oil, not painted. Same thing with this one. And this one's brand new. See, as you can tell, you can see little things here and there where that indicates to you that this was seasoned. And here you can see it was seasoned, and there's a little bit of drippage here. So yeah, you can see this is seasoned with oil, not painted whatsoever. So anyway, just something that I wanted to point out and talk about. But since I have you guys here, and if you guys have made it this far into the video, then I do want to announce the next giveaway, which is going to be this American flag skillet. This isn't the Made in America series. This is just a design that they brought out once again. The Made in America series has the year that it was produced. So as I mentioned, not the same one, but this one is brand new. And I figured this would be a great giveaway for anybody that is interested in cast iron cookware. So all you got to do, guys, as I've mentioned many times with my giveaways, you have to be a subscriber. You have to be within the United States. Sadly, these are heavier and they are expensive to ship since they're so heavy. So for the meantime, I am only doing this giveaway here in the USA. The other thing too is that this is no way sponsored or endorsed by YouTube nor by Lodge. This is something that I'm doing for my subscribers, for my viewers. So to enter, you have to be a subscriber. You have to like this video. Leave me a comment of your experience with Chinese cast iron cookware, whether it was good, whether it was bad. For me, I enjoy all cast iron, and I have a lot of Chinese made cast iron, and I haven't found any issue with them whatsoever. And a lot of like the Carolina cookers, they're made in China. What else? What other brand? Camp Chef, the Cabela brand as well. Those are made in China, and I've had no issues with those, and they work great, and I love them. So for me, Chinese cast iron also works great. I like Chinese cast iron. So as I mentioned, I'm not here to talk bad or shame people for buying Chinese made cast iron, but there is a difference. As you can see here with the Lodge, they do set a standard, and Lodge has always been in my book one of the best, seasoning wise and just quality wise. They produce great stuff. So anyway, with all that being said, guys, to enter, and we're gonna have this giveaway up until mid-November, so before Thanksgiving, mid-November. I will let you guys know when the giveaway will end. That way we have a set date. I'll make another video, most likely a short, just letting you guys know when the end of the giveaway is going to be, along with providing a link for those of you that possibly didn't see this video. But anyway, guys, with all that being said, thank you guys for watching. And as always, I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll catch you guys on the next one.